Hello everybody, how are you doing? Well, it's Friday, so technically the weekend coming up, though you won't find many clubs and pubs open. Maybe just time to have a party in your own house, eh? You can use these videos as the soundtrack. Today we are looking at Now That's What I Call Music 68, which first came out in 2007, just over 12 years ago now, the end of 2007. And this song, I believe, was the Christmas #1 for that year. Kicking things off, it's Leona Lewis and Bleeding Love, which comes from the X Factor. Simon Cowell, by now, making his influence felt on the pop charts, for better or worse. What's this one like then, when you strip away the hype? I like the organs. I don't like the beats. As I keep saying, and I'm getting bored of hearing myself say about it, I've got a love it, hate it thing with a lot of these noughties beats. The good ones are really good and kind of tribal. The bad ones are really plastic and irritating. This one I think is in the plastic category. It really doesn't suit the music, doesn't suit the melody, doesn't suit the organs. Totally out of place. Her voice is okay, but it's a bit overrated, really. The song's not too bad. Melodically, it's not bad. But if it wasn't for reality TV, it would struggle to make the top 40, quite frankly. Take That, Rule the World. Well, they used to. It's not quite as good as the last couple. It's kind of a bit more granny-ish, but it's okay. Now, Kylie is in at number 3 with Two Hearts. Nothing to do with the old Phil Collins song. And you can tell that she's been listening to a bit of Goldfrapp and even a bit of Rachel Stevens, who a couple of years ago was doing a sort of revival of a glam thing. Kylie's heard it and she wants a bit of it. I actually think, again, it's let down by her voice. God, I'm really shooting some sacred cows here, aren't I? I'm just saying what I think of the music. You know, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I think Kylie's voice is the weakest link on that, actually, Two Hearts. I think the music's pretty good. I think the song's pretty good. I just think her song, her voice, outside the sort of cheesy pop, a bit lacking, really. Sorry. Now here's another one where I'm going to upset a lot of people. Valerie, Mark Ronson and Amy Winehouse. Never liked this version of it. I've been incredibly rude about it. I've called it rinky-dink, rictus grin sort of stuff, fake happy. I guess Mark was trying to cheer her up and get her on the right path. The Zooton's Valerie does everything I need in that version. I really don't need this in my life. It is popular. If you like it, let me know why. But I've just got sick of debating it with people. I'm not going to change people's mind. You like it if you want to like it. I just can't be getting on with it, to be honest. One that I do like now, and this surprises even me, because if you look at like any 20 of my noughties videos, you'll probably find a Sugababes song, and you'll probably find that I've been a bit, if not rude about it, just sort of significantly underwhelmed. But this, I've got to say now, is by far and away, in my opinion anyway, the best Sugababes song ever. Certainly, it's, in my aesthetic and to my ears, this is perfect pop. And it's like, why has it taken you like pretty much 10 years to do something like this? It's about you now, really. Now, Mutti is gone by this point, and there's a new girl. I should really find out her name, shouldn't I? I just judge stuff on its musical merits, really. If I like it, I like it. This is a great song. This is about you now. It's interesting, it's fast, it's up-tempo. Yeah. Oh, it was written and produced. I'm going to go off it as soon as I liked it. Well, it's got Kathy Dennis in there, so that's got to be good. It's also got a character called Dr. Luke involved in it. As soon as I read that he wrote it, it's now made me feel a bit funny about liking it. If you don't know about Dr. Luke, we'll come on to him in the next decade, I'm sure. Do your research and let me know. Okay. Well, I was just saying I like stuff on its musical merits. Yeah, despite Luke being a bit of a tosser, to put it mildly, this is a great song, great melody, and yeah, it's just good power pop, really, I call it. Good Sims. So yeah, good stuff. Best song they've done, really. Next is Stronger by Kanye, and it's the second hip-hop-y kind of song with some Daft Punk samples. We had Busta Rhymes and Touch It, which was based on Technologic. This one, let me just get the details on this. Harder, better, faster, stronger. So you could argue that he's pretty much ripped off Busta Rhymes, and by pretty much doing the same thing. But it's okay, actually. Yeah. Again, like with Dr. Luke, maybe not quite as an extreme example. Doesn't really matter to an extent about Kanye's personal life. It's the music I'm trying to judge. It's quite clanging and quite kind of like jerky, but that kind of suits it really. So yeah, good stuff. Okay. Now here's a weird one. It's, you know what, I'm just going to play Stronger, because we've got a lot to get through. So here's Stronger by Kanye West. Now, next up in terms of critiques, it's Hot Stuff by Craig David, which is built around Let's Dance. Do you remember when Samantha Mumba built a song, Body to Body, around Ashes to Ashes? Craig David's now doing it with Let's Dance. Apparently it had David Bowie's approval and stuff. It's not too bad. It's a bit clunky again. It's a bit kind of too much going on, because they've pretty much kept most of Let's Dance and just put some Craig David bits in it. It could be worse, it could be better. It is kind of the easy option, really, just building a song around another one. But it's not too bad. Now, weird one. Sean Kingston, Beautiful Girls. Bit like Akon and Lonely. I think it was Stand By Me that was used on that one. So pretty easily running the risk of being called sacrilegious. Stand By Me was itself on a very old Now 9, back in 1987. It's a bit crass, really, and it's kind of suicidal as well, and not the first one we've had. I remember once DJing at a school prom, and my fellow DJ thought it would be a good one to kick things off. And I did kind of roll my eyes a bit. What are you doing opening a school prom with a song about suicide? Anyway, they're in 2007. Now, Shane Ward, No You Hang Up. That's meh. Timbaland's back with Kerry Hilson and DOE, The Way I Are. I very much have a love-hate relationship with Timbaland's beats. Sometimes I think he's on autopilot. I got into a bit of a beef with someone on YouTube regarding the thingy, the Nelly Furtado one, Say It Back or whatever it's called. I just said it was lazy, and I listened back to it, and it's one drum programming for the whole song, literally one bar, which you might like, but that's all it is. There's no drum fills, there's no breaks, there's no cutting, and people go on about, Timbaland's beats. Emperor's New Clothes, they can be good. I'm not saying they're always bad, but just because he can make good beats doesn't mean that every single drum beat he's ever done is great. You've got to listen critically and take them on a song-by-song basis. It's like saying everything John Cleese has ever done is funny because you like 40 Towers. Some of Timbaland's beats can be decidedly lazy, and some of his programming can be really cheap. The Way I Are, it's okay. It's quite a good song, I suppose. I think his melodies are just as good as his beats, and sometimes better. Now, was Gimme More by Britney produced by Timbaland? Because it's got that kind of sound. Some people didn't like it. Well, it was always quite popular when we DJ'd it. Always got quite a good reaction. And as you know, I've always been quite a fan of Britney. Gimme More doesn't disappoint, really. I'm just going to find out if it was Timbaland. I think it was. It sounds like him. But then everyone was trying to sound like him at this point. So let's see. It certainly wasn't a song written by him. About 5 people wrote it. She's smiling and stuff in the video, which is nice. Yeah, the performance at the MTV Awards was apparently dire. Someone said it was the worst ever. So maybe she had a bad night. Yeah, this one's not too bad. I don't mind it. Alright, the beat's a bit simple maybe. But it's not too bad. So it's had 182 million views. So that's Britney, give me more. Next up, Shut Up and Drive, Rihanna. Okay, there's been a real trend for these kind of R&B people doing kind of rocky stuff. And this is Rihanna's version of it. Not too bad, actually. I do like how Rihanna's changing things up with her songs. She's keeping her kind of personality the same. As I've said before, her singing is not brilliant. She does rely on good songs. A bit like Kylie, really. So yeah, it's not too bad. Her voice is alright in it. Girls Are Loud, Sexy, No No No. Yeah, that's a bit more rocky as well. You can see that this is a real fad for 2007. Slightly rocky R&B, electronic stuff, girl band stuff. Not too bad, not too great. Okay, another one that was genuinely popular now. And I'm trying to think it's her first appearance on it now. I think it is. It's Robin and Clear Up, whoever they are. It sounds like a tissue. It's With Every Heartbeat. And this is a bit similar to this Britney one. It's a bit of a kind of slower, loping sound. It's got quite nice strings and stuff on it. Quite haunting. Yeah, this was quite a good one. A bit kind of 80s electronica as well. That's also kind of coming back. Robin, With Every Heartbeat. Enrico Iglesias. One of his best yet. Blimey. That doesn't say much, but it's not too bad. That's Tired of Being Sorry. Yeah, what can I say about that? Not a great deal, but it's not too bad. Quite nice chord progression, quite nice song. Okay, Groove Armada and Song for Mutia. So she's left the Sugababes, and it's quite weird where someone's singing a song with their own name in it. I suppose you get things like My Name is Prince. Yeah, I don't really like her voice, to be honest. I kind of prefer the new girl. She was the one who screwed up Freak Like Me. I'm sure she's a nice person, but I don't really feel I've got to know her through her music in the way that I feel I got to know people like Britney. Even Amy Winehouse, for better or worse. You certainly get a glimpse of their personality. With Mutya, I said she was contrived, and I kind of stand by it. I feel that somewhere in there's a good voice and there's a really nice person. But I just feel the songs don't really reflect that. This one's got more of that Mockney stuff that I don't really like. She might even be genuinely Cockney, but you don't have to sing badly. Or you don't have to, a good singer, you shouldn't really know where they come from. You don't know when a singer's Scottish, do you? So why should it be that just because someone's from London, suddenly they start putting his Dick Van Dyke? God blimey, apples and pears. It isn't affectation. It's contrived. It's, if I'm honest, it's contrived. And if I would have been producing those singers in the studio, I would have said, dick shit, pronounce your T's. I don't want to hear that. Groove Armada should know better. So there we go. Right, okay. One I do like, because I always feel bad when I'm critical about stuff. I don't like being horrible about stuff. I want to like stuff. I thought it's quite entertaining sometimes, I suppose. I really like, I don't know how you pronounce it, Seesaw, featuring Sharon Phillips. Like this, like that. I think it's a right jam. I'll play a bit of it, even though I'm going to play the next one as well. It uses the beginning to Delight's Groove is in the Heart. Just the beginning. And it's kind of a bit ragga. So, there's just as many people would find this vocal obnoxious. I know it's a taste thing, I know that. But these videos are about my taste. Mixed in with what the public like, I think. I try and get an overlap. If you've got a Venn diagram of what I like and what the general public likes, I'm looking for the overlap stuff. Every now and then there's stuff that everyone loves apart from me. Every now and then there's stuff that I like and no one else does. But we're looking for the overlap. I like it because I'm the one talking about it and I've got to listen to it to do my research. But I'm hoping you guys like it as well. This is cool, yeah, this is fun. I can see why people might think it's a bit obnoxious. But to me it's quite fun. It is what it is. It's more kind of carnival. So yeah, good fun dance song. But no sooner have I got this one on than I've got the third time lucky for this guy. It's Fedde Le Grand and Ida Core and Let Me Think About It. This is dance floor magic. I really like Put Your Hands Up for Detroit. I really like The Creeps. But best of all, I think I like this one. It takes a bit of time to really unleash its magic. This has got one of the best synth riffs ever. I was just going to say that Ida Core looks a bit like Sharon Phillips. They got similar hairdos, kind of a return of the afro. I've got both windows open. I've got Sharon Phillips on one, and I've got Ida Core, and I swear to God, they look almost identical. I like how in this video, Ida Core's kind of playing drums and stuff as well, and guitars. A bit like a piss take of the old Robert Palmer video. Oh yeah, this is a jam. This is brilliant. This is really good electro house. It was always popular when we played it. Got a good vocal melody, good lyrics, good vocals. Yeah, 33 million views. Proper jam. Okay, this is followed by another great club one. I kind of play it. It's Axwell, which I'm always going to have a soft spot for. It's my family nickname. My nephews and stuff call me Axwell. Hey Axwell, come play with me. Because Adam became Ads became Abs became Axe, and Axe became Axwell. I wish I could say that I'd produced this because it's amazingly great. It features a really good singer called Max C, and this is like where this electro house is really going great now. It's got some kind of old school hardcore pianos and breaks in it. Really good kind of vocal. Interesting looking video as well. Just looking at some guy being attacked on the street. I might have to watch the video without yakking over it. But I certainly think of it in terms of clubland. I was DJing and there was a really good year for club music. Loads of club bangers, and this was one of the biggest. Yeah, it's Axwell, I Found You. And another one. I won't play it because we here all know it. It's another song called The Creeps. It's not the Fedde Le Grand one. It's Freaks. But it's more electro house. Really, really good song. And we follow that up with another good one. Peter Gelderblom, which he's waiting for. Which is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't think they've made a single one of these. Actually, thinking about it. So it's really good to get some chili peppers, even if it is in the dance format. Now, some people might wince at that, and it could have gone horribly wrong. But in this case, he's done a really good job. He's taken quite a lot of the original, and he's just been fairly sympathetically put it on an electro house thing. It's, by the way, it's the original song, which was a great song. It's one of my favourite Chili's songs, and yeah, it's a really good electro house thing. So that's Peter Gelderblom and Waiting for the Day. Okay, I'll play this next one. I'm trying to be choosy, but there's so many good ones. It's David Guetta again and Love Is God, featuring once again Chris Willis. And this has got the good David Guetta. This is when David Guetta was really good. When Guetta was great. David Guetta, great. Yeah, basically the formula was Chris Willis doing a kind of guitar bit with the vocals on it, and then it suddenly builds up and then goes into these really, really hammering electro beats. And this one through the club system, wow, good beats. Yeah, love it. 99 million views, so we're just short of 100 million. Yeah, wait for it. Here we go. Yeah. Great stuff. What a good run of electro house stuff. You can hear how electro house has really invigorated clubland. A whole new style of beats, more bleeps, good combinations of funk with kind of old good vocals. Yeah, great stuff. Okay, now winner of the worst lyrics on the album. Nice song, shame about the lyrics. We kick off side 2 now with Hey There Delilah by the Plain White Tees. Nothing to do with Tom Jones's Delilah, unless he was seeing her behind Tom's back. I'm just going to get the lyrics up because I've got to read some of these to you. It's a very nice song, actually. And, if you don't listen to it too carefully, you'd think it was really nice. But it's just really forced rhymes and stuff. Hey there, Delilah. I know times are getting hard, but just believe me, girl. Someday we'll pay the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good. We'll have the life we knew we would. My word is good. If every single song I wrote to you would take your breath away, I'd write it all. Even more in love with me, you'd fall. We'd have it all. Words don't need to rhyme. Eminem's very good at that. You can have half rhymes and stuff. It can just kind of phonetically work. When you have to shift a whole sentence around that doesn't even make sense. Even more in love with me, you'd fall. We'd have it all. I think you've got a bit of a problem there. But that said, it is a nice song, and the music's nice. It's just a bit clunky lyrically, rather than offensive, I suppose. Now, again, someone that offends a lot of people, and I don't know why, James Blunt, 1973, is a great song. Really nice song. Call me whatever names you like, but it's a good song. I like it. So that's James Blunt and 1973. Another good one, fairly mellow one. Newton Faulkner and Dream Catch Me. Better lyrics. It's nice and gentle. So yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to hate on that. It's from Reigate. I never knew that. There you go. I know Reigate. I was really, actually, just a bit of a thing. I've been going on about, I don't like these Mockney accents. I'm just going to get Newton Faulkner lined up. I wonder if there's a bit of personal stuff there, because I'm from the south, and at this time I was getting really keen on moving up north, and I live in Leeds right now. I've also lived in Sheffield and Stockport, so I've found my way around the north. So maybe it is a bit personal that I'm not liking his Cockney accent, because at this time I was really getting sick of the south and really wanted to move up north. So maybe that's why I like Reverend and the Makers from Sheffield on the last album. I don't know, just wondering. At least these guys don't affect a Cockney accent. Well, Reigate's more Surrey than London anyway, but it's near outer London. So yeah, it's just as London as Lily Allen or anyone. Well, she might be from Kensington or somewhere, but anyway, I digress. Newton Faulkner, very nice song. Okay, we follow this one up with Worried About Ray, the Hoosiers. That's a great song, especially as I had a workmate called Ray at the time. I was always a bit worried about him. She's So Lovely by Scouting for Girls. It's a bit of a kind of off-putting band name, even though it's a pun based on an old book called Scouting for Boys, apparently. That would be just outright worrying, I think, with a band name called that. It would probably be a Jonathan King production. But She's So Lovely. Yeah, it's quite a nice song, actually. It's not too bad. Don't let the band name put you off. Okay, another really good one now. We're going kind of Celtic. It's Feist and 1, 2, 3, 4. I really like this, actually. This is the antithesis of a banging electro house. It's kind of folk, kind of Celtic folk, but it's really nice. Yeah, I really like this one. Instantly catchy. Let me just tell you a bit about Feist. What do we know about Feist? It's a small hunting dog. It's a video game. And it's a decision in a court case. Feist Publications versus Rural Telephone. Okay, she's from Canada. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know, really. She's Canadian, and this is a great song. Let the music do the talking. Very, very catchy. You just want to be going round and round your head. I've got to say, this is a really strong album so far. Although, inexplicably, I'm sure there is a reason. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins comes along now, which was, at this point, about 26 years old. It was 1981. It had already appeared on a Now 12 in remixed form. Not quite as good remix. And it's back again for some reason. It's a kind of timeless song. If you're talking about drum sounds, that's got one of the best drum sounds ever. Whole essays have been written about the drum sounds on that song. A happy accident, I gather. They'd pressed a button on the mixing desk that made the sound go kind of weird. and they were like, "Wow, that was good," and I had to rewire the mixing desk to be able to record it. Anyway, just goes to show that drum sounds really can have an impact on the success of a song. Avril Lavigne, and I think it's quite telling that they've put this one straight after In the Air Tonight, because it really does sound like a 1981 power ballad. That's When You're Gone. I'm not really feeling this Avril stuff, I must admit. The Heart Never Lies by McFly, that's pretty cool. I quite like that. They're kind of coming good again. They're kind of bottomed out and then having a second wind, if you like. Now, following that, it's a really good one, actually. I'm surprised that I like this. I can only put it down to a great song. It's not really my kind of music. And I didn't really like one that it kind of resembles, which was Sandy Tom. I Wish I Was a Punk Rocker. It's kind of in that mould, but I think it's significantly better. I didn't mind that one, actually. It was just the lyrics. But this is Amy Macdonald and Mr. Rock and Roll. This is gorgeous. This has got a really, really good melody, particularly the chorus. And I do like the lyrics on this. It feels quite autobiographical, maybe. Maybe it's just about her and her producer or something. It's a really, really good song. Again, it's kind of a bit Celtic. She's Scottish. She's from Bishopbriggs. I know that really well. I go there for work. Oh, wow. Right, okay, Amy, if you're listening and you're in Bishopbriggs, there's a certain sports retailer. Just do it and just go there, because you might find me there fixing computers. We'll leave it at that. It's at the very northern tip of Glasgow, right near Campsie Fells. Anyway, that's Amy Macdonald and Mr. Rock and Roll. And I love this song. I really do. It's really nice. I tell you what, Scottish people certainly know how to make great music. I think some of the best stuff ever has come from Scotland. It's got a real thing to it. Scottish people can do spiritual music really well for some reason. And this feels quite spiritual, quite gospel-y. This is almost up there as one of the best songs on the album. Great stuff. Okay, another good one. Another good female singer-songwriter, Katie Tunstall, and Hold On. Maybe it's not quite as good as Suddenly I See, but it's not far from it. Similar, kind of country, folky, rocky, pop. Great stuff. Now, I hate to cut this next one short, but I'm going to play this because I'm trying to think if I've actually played any of their stuff. I've talked about it quite a bit, but this is a killer duet. Pun definitely intended. And it's the first time, certainly, that Lou Reed's ever made her now. So it's great to be able to feature Mr. Reed. And he really is Mr. Rock and Roll, isn't he? Lou Reed and The Killers and Tranquilize. Great duet, two great acts, really going well together. It's kind of a bit slower than the normal Killers stuff, although they have had a few slow moments. But it's just a great song. Damn, I was going to put Amy Macdonald as best song on the album, but this might just edge it. I don't know, there's been so many great dance ones as well, and it's very hard to pick a standout between a rock song or a folk song and a dance song. So I'll have a thing. But there's been at least 20 great songs on this one. It's a really, really strong album. And just when they're going down the pan a bit, and I think, oh God, they suddenly come good again. So yeah. Alright, great song. Stereophonics are back with It Means Nothing. Not one of their best, not too bad. They're always okay with Stereophonics. It's just they can be a bit dull. Okay, another good one that I want to play now. There's so many good songs on here. I'll get it stacked up. It's Young Folks, which has maybe been a bit tainted by its use in an advert. What was it? Was it DFS or something really un-rock and roll? Something like that, MFI or whatever. Or, let's just see. But it's a great song. It's the one that's got that whistling on it. Quite a funky beat with these weird sort of guitar twangy noises, and it's been in use in loads of adverts actually. It's obviously got a very jingle-like quality. Weird lyrics as well, about the young folks at this party. Should we stick it on? I hate cutting his song short, but we've got a lot to get through. So Peter, Bjorn, and John. Bjorn again, in fact, but not that one. Yeah, I tell you what. Are they actually from Sweden? It sounds like it. Yeah, Swedish people are really good at music. They really are. Yeah, they're from Stockholm. That's not really a surprise, is it? So yeah, yet more good Swedish pop in the lines of things like the Cardigans. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, we follow this one with another good song, another good club song this time. It's Uninvited by the Freemasons. That one was always really, really popular on the dance floors. I'm pretty sure it was a cover of an old song. Not Alanis Morissette. Is that the same version? Wow. Let me just check. It's by the Freemasons. Good band name, isn't it? You look up Freemasons. You've got to be careful what you look up. So yeah, that's Uninvited. And it's featuring... Yeah, it's the Alanis Morissette song. It's featuring someone called Bailey Zook, who I believe... now check this right... is the daughter, of Judy Zook, who did a really good song. Was it Stay With Me Till Dawn? Which was a really good ballad from the early 80s. So this is her daughter. Time has moved on now. And people who were making hits at the original time have now won. They're now having kids who are making hits on the nows. Okay, talking about the young folks indeed. Uninvited, that's Freemasons. Okay, Mika is back again with Big Girl, You Are Beautiful. Way better than the last one. That's up there with Grace Kelly. It's an ode to big girls. It pretty much does what it says on the tin. It talks about a place called the Butterfly Lounge, which was a club for larger women, apparently. And yeah, it's a nice song. It's good. Okay, now, Amy Winehouse. Tears Dry on Their Own. I really wanted to like something. I wanted to say something nice about an Amy Winehouse song. I've just felt it's wrong to be too critical about her, even though I've not liked her. And, my own videos is a kind of safe space, if you like, where I can say what I actually like without upsetting people online. I'm going to say that this is a good song. Tears Dry on Their Own. It's possibly my favourite Amy Winehouse song. If you heard what I said before, I said I didn't like the songs that didn't have any kind of redemption to them, that had an unhappy ending. At least this, the conceit of it, Tears Dry on Their Own. Obviously you've got the sadness of tears, but you've got the kind of uplift of dry, tears drying. It is complicated. It's kind of, it's something that the Scissor Sisters always understood, how you could have contradictions and kind of square that circle. This one almost does that. And what I mean by that is sadness but also has a kind of uplifting edge to it. Not just depressing, but actually uplifting through the pain. She gets it on this one. And if I'd been managing her, I would have said, this is what you need to be doing, stuff like this. I still don't think her voice is really all that. I feel that she only hits half the right notes. God, isn't it? You feel really weird saying this stuff. Because it's drummed into you. You've got to like Amy Winehouse. She's great. She's a genius. She's a genius. And, it's easy to just say, no, she's not. It's a lot harder to say, well, she kind of is, but kind of a flawed one. Because that really shows critical thinking. And that's really what I'm trying to do here. She's it's so complicated. She's not utter shit. She's not brilliant. She could have been brilliant. She should have been brilliant. And had she worked at it, and had she stopped drinking and taking drugs, and had she had good management, and maybe better family and friends and stuff, she could have aspired to greatness. She could be doing great music now. This hints at it, but it wasn't the real deal. It wasn't finished. It was a work in progress. Amy was a work in progress. And they'd not kind of got there yet, and they never got there. It's so sad. It really is. There's something very uplifting about this song. There's also something sad about it. The music's great. The music's really good. I might even make this my best song on the album, just to show that I'm not totally anti-her. And if you've seen any of my last ones, like Back to Black is horrendous. But this is good. and I'm kind of welling up as I'm listening to it. Actually, it's definitely got emotion. Oh dear, yeah. I've only ever welled up once doing one of these, and that was Oleta Adams with Get Here, and it's happening again. It was on Now 19. You think you're doing all this music criticism, you're dealing with so many feelings, so many emotions. Wow. Okay. Well, Amy, very sad loss. Oh, dearie me. Okay, well, Totally Emotionless is Do It Well by J-Lo. She does it well, but it's not got any feeling. Neither has Fergie, Big Girls Don't Cry, which is not the Frankie Valli song. I wish it was. Yeah, that's kind of bland. Akon, Don't Matter. That's all right, actually, yeah. That's got a bit of emotion. That's a nice song. Let's play that. Something nice. Sorry, I'm kind of feeling a bit tearful. I hope they dry on their own. That Amy, just thinking about the whole Amy Winehouse thing. God almighty. If it doesn't make you well up in emotion, her life, then I don't know why you're listening to these videos. But that's not to say I like everything she did. It's just to say it's an emotional story and the music makes you feel emotional. Okay. Right, finally, Baby Love. Nicole Scherzinger and will.i.am, which is okay, but it's a bit meh. I do like the Pussycat Dolls, but this is just a bit kind of going through the motions. will.i.am seems to be trying to distance himself from Fergie at this point. Right, what a stellar album, really. And this might even make 40 minutes almost. It's going to be the longest video I've ever done, I think. We've had it all here, haven't we? We've really had everything. And to anyone who said that music got worse between 1983 and 2007, there's more on here than Now One. This is pop music at its most varied and best, all in all. What's a real classic? I think Leona Lewis she's kind of went on to be popular, and Bleeding Love's maybe one of her most famous songs. I thought it was a bit meh. Valerie, see, look, there's critical thinking. I glossed over Valerie by Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson, so it didn't really do a lot for me. And then a few songs later, I'm crying at Amy. So I really do take it on a song-by-song basis. About You Now, ditto, Sugababes. I've really found them meh. But About You Now is bloody amazing. It's a great song. Best song I ever did by a country mile. Stronger by Kanye, that's really cool. I really like that. Again, it doesn't matter about his personal life and stuff. I just like Stronger. Not so keen on Hot Stuff by Craig David. Bit of a dog's dinner, but it's okay. Beautiful Girls is a bit lame. That's Sean Kingston. The Way I Are by Timbaland's okay. Give Me More by Britney's pretty cool. It's not one of her real classics, but it's still good. Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive's okay. I think With Every Heartbeat by Robin and Clear Up, that's still quite popular. Groove Armada, Song from India, no, not really. I like This Like That, but it's maybe a bit forgotten. Let Me Think About It by Fedde Le Grand and Ida Cord, definitely. Axwell, I Found You, definitely. The Creeps, Freaks, that's good electro. Waiting For, If You Like By The Way, by the Chili's, it's a pretty good version. Love Is Gone, yep, that's quality getter. Hey There Delilah, it's shitty lyrics, but a nice song. 1973 by James Blunt. I think if people like Blunt, they're going to like that. Dream Catch Me by Newton Faulkner, pretty popular still. Who's Years Worried About Ray, yep. Scouting for Girls, She's So Lovely. And definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, Feist. That's still a classic. In the Air Tonight, Always. Not Avril Lavigne, not McFly. Now, Mr. Rock and Roll I really liked. Is that still popular? Do people still like that? I hope so. Katie Tunstall, Hold On, yeah, I think. Tranquilize, The Killers, and Lou Reed, hell yeah. Young Folks, maybe the advert kind of rinsed it a bit, but it's a good song. Uninvited by the Freemasons, yep. Big Girl, You Are Beautiful by Mika, yep. Oh, well, I never thought I'd cry at Amy Winehouse, Tears Dry on Their Own, but I did. Tears Don't Lie. And Big Girl, no, sorry. Big Girl, You Are Beautiful, not Big Girls Don't Cry. They should have put them together, really, shouldn't they? That would have been quite clever. And this one, Don't Matter by Akon. Again, I put Lonely as one of the worst songs on the worst song on that album. But this is great. This has had 300 million views. It's quite kind of Caribbean sounding. So I really hope I'm doing these on a song-by-song basis. You could do the worst song on a volume, and then you could do the best song on the next one. If it's a good song, I'll like it. And if it's a shit song, I won't. Wow. I have just about made 40 minutes, which I think is really worth something. So there we go. Now 68. Longest video by a country mile. One of the best nows, one of the most interesting nows ever. Really good stuff. See you later next time, everybody. Bye.